Would you like to experience the thrill of competing in your first marathon or half marathon, or finally achieving that lifetime goal?
Good afternoon, athletes. My name's Scott Peterson. I'm former 1500 metre champion of Australia and World Championship representative. And along with my co-founder, Lee Troop, who's 3 times Olympian for the marathon, we're going to show you today the types of training you require in your program in order to achieve your fastest or your first half marathon or marathon.
First, I'm going to show you the type of training you need to do to complete a marathon or half marathon. Then I'm going to show you how to structure that program. Then finally, I'll show you how changing your running style and eating the right food can transform your performance. When you learn about the various types of training sessions, you will understand why you need a mixture of running sessions to race long distance events. And when you learn to incorporate this variety in your training, you'll be better prepared to achieve your lifetime running goals. If you don't learn this, you'll probably start a program and be underprepared and bored with your training very quickly and probably give up in a couple of weeks. And if you don't learn to add variety of training, including rest, you'll probably break down with injury or illness and never ever make it to the start line. Imagine this for a moment. What if you could have your own personal training program that not only gave you the variety you need to create your strongest running body, but as the race official puts the medal around your neck, you and your friends and family be amazed at your ability to perform above expectations on race day? And what if you could do this all with a new running technique that makes it 12% easier than your current running style? If this sounds good to you, then you need to watch this. It's about the types of training you should be doing that is working really well for beginners to advanced runners using Marathon Guru. It uses the same training sessions Lee used, and he went on to compete at the 3 Olympic Games in the marathon, and is used by our athletes to achieve lifelong running goals. And the best part? The sessions are all fun, much easier than you think, and can be incorporated into your own training program and suitable for all levels of athletes. First of those is a fartlek. Strange name, Swedish name actually. It's a Swedish term for speed play. An example of a fartlek session is running 90 seconds hard followed by 90 seconds easy twice, then immediate following up with a 60 seconds hard and 60 seconds slow 4 times, or then 2 times with 30 seconds and 30 seconds, and then immediately followed by 15 seconds by 15 seconds to finish off with. A beginner should be doing roughly about 13 minutes of fartlek, whereas advanced can go up to 20 minutes of fartlek. It's an awesome training session and really good for improving endurance with running. Many greats of the sport, such as Sebastian Coe, Steve Monaghetti and Lee Troop, all use fartlek as a key part of their training. Your quickest running should be performed in what we call repetition sessions. They can either be on the track or on a path or road. They include the likes of, for the track for example, could be 6 by 400 meters with a 200 meter walk recovery. Or for the road, you might be out there going for 3 by 1 kilometers with a 3-minute recovery. Depends on your ability, your level that you're at, as to one, the amount of repetitions you're going to do, the length of repetitions, and the type of recovery you're going to have. Jog recovery is a lot harder for the more advanced runners or intermediate runners, whereas a walk or stationary recovery is generally advised for a beginner. What's important with the repetition sessions is it is faster than race pace. It means that you're building up your ability to run at speed. Therefore, when you do return to race pace, it actually feels easier. The next session to be included into a training program, not necessarily for a beginner, but for those that are intermediate and advanced, and for those that are going to be running over hills in their marathon or half marathon, is to do hill sessions. These are to be done on a gradient of about 5 to 10%, and they're to be done at maximum effort for each repetition, 5 to 8 times, over the distance of about 200 to 400 meters. Hill sessions do a great job at building your quadriceps and calves, all important for a powerful stride. The next type of training session to incorporate in a balanced training program is tempo or race pace running. These are actually done over shorter distances than you might think. There's no need, in fact it's a critical error, to be trying to do a race pace in the middle of your training program over the distances that are greater than 10 to 15 kilometers, even if you're doing a marathon. The tempo or race pace is as much as about understanding and feeling what race pace actually feels like. You'll also need to incorporate rest into your training program, and that includes your sleep, your recovery, and things like massage. These are very important component to your training, as important as your long run or any other session, as a matter of fact. What we recommend is someone doing an intermediate program would have 1 day a week rest. A beginner might have 2. Easy runs. These are also a form of recovery, and they're about just enjoying the scenery really. An easy run should actually be roughly about a minute slower than your race pace. And then long runs. Long runs are obviously critical for those wanting to do long distance events, i.e. half marathon or marathon, but these need to be carefully built up over time. Once again, it's just done at 1 minute or thereabouts slower than race pace. Okay, so now you know the types of training sessions to do. Let's have a look at the structure in which these sessions need to be put together. What we've got here is a graph which represents the training load, whether it be kilometers or intensity, that you should be doing over the course of your last 12 weeks leading into the race day. So what I've done here is picked off a few examples of what a training program would look like, should look like, and should never ever look like. Okay, so let's start with what should it never look like, and that is the red line, which is basically someone who's hitting their going past the peak training point and putting on more and more kilometers, in fact doing longer than the actual race day kilometers in terms of their preparation leading right up to the event. Basically you're asking for injury or extreme fatigue in that situation. Then you've got the sort of tan coloured line where it's got a jagged up and down. Now this is just inconsistent, and you'll probably be underprepared if you follow a program like that, and trust me, they're out there. And then the other one is basically the straight line, using the basic principles of progressive overload, sure, but if you look towards the end of the program in your last 2 weeks, there is no freshen up period, so you won't feel fantastic on that particular race day, and you certainly won't get the best performance out of yourself. But what you should have is almost like the bell curve, and that's the green line, where there's a slow build up, there's a peak about 5 or 6 weeks out from the event, then there's a taper period and the freshen up, and then bang, race day. You'll feel brilliant on that type of training, and if it's carefully constructed around the other types of training sessions and the variety within the program, you'll feel that you won't need that extra distances, and they're certainly not required. This is the type of training that the best athletes in the world are doing, but often not the beginners or intermediate athletes. Pretty cool, right? And the best part is there's so many other helpful tips and advice you can incorporate in your training in order to get the best results. For example, if you improve your running style, you can improve your times by 12%, and for a half marathon that equates to about 11 minutes or 22 minutes for a marathon. You can improve your race result simply by what you eat in the last 72 hours. And your shoes, hey, take note, you've got to turn them over every 600 kilometers or you risk injury. So now that you know what type of sessions you need to do, let me show you exactly how to arrange these sessions and the pace for which you should run each to cross the finish line feeling strong and being proud of your fantastic time. And I'm going to do this through our new product we created called Marathon Guru Interactive. Marathon Guru Interactive is a personal online training program that shows you exactly step by step how to build up your training program to have you in peak condition on race day, ensuring the sense of a lifetime achievement is enjoyed by you from day one of your training to well beyond the moment you cross the finish line. It also predicts your race time after every session, so you know exactly how well your training is going. Specifically, we will provide you a detailed, personal, well-balanced training program with all the key information like the pace you should run for each session so you can be in the best shape for race day. Plus, the 3 secrets to the running style to make you run 12% easier, which equates to running about 11 minutes faster for the half marathon or 22 minutes faster for a marathon. An exciting and motivating platform so you can look forward in anticipation to every training session. And a tracking device to let you know when to replace your running shoes so that the right time without avoiding injury. A highly successful training program so you don't have to worry about over or under training. So now let's have a look at what Marathon Guru looks like on the other side. First, you have the ability to choose your long run day. The sessions which tend to take the longest to complete, so you may want to move that and always have that on a Tuesday where you've got extra time in the morning or on a Sunday or a Saturday. It's completely flexible, so you have the options to pick that day. We detail what your next session is, each and every session, providing you the distance and pace you need to run at, so you don't have to guess for what pace you have to run at for the time you're aiming for. Here's an example. February 28th, Saturday. Go for a 5 km easy run. Your target time is 31 minutes and 52 seconds, and let's aim for the average of 6 minutes 22 seconds per kilometre, followed by some 10 to 15 minute stretches. Take time to enjoy the fresh air whilst you're out running. We also give you a countdown to keep you focused. So here we've got 41 days until the marathon. You have your original goal time that you set, as well as your estimated goal time. That's it. After every single session, we calibrate whether you're ahead of schedule or behind schedule, adjust your whole program around that new performance, and then set you the next day's training. We also look ahead at the training sessions that we have planned for you over the coming week and 21 days. That way you can plan ahead. And we also give you the ability to add lead-up races. So if you've got a shorter event, a 5 or 10 kilometre race that you want to incorporate in your training, you can simply indicate which day it is in your program, and Marathon Guru will adjust a small freshen up for the race and then a small recovery and return you back into your core program to prepare you for your major goal. And only recently, upon feedback from athletes, we added the capability to switch days around with a drag and drop feature, so you can modify your schedule to fit your plan or even unplanned life activities. We have a section where you record your actual distances and times for the sessions, and this allows us to track where your performance is compared to what we asked of you. That way we can adjust your training program accordingly. Should you improve or should you be struggling to keep up with the program, it will adjust accordingly. As athletes and coaches, Lee and I realized that it's important to reintroduce an athlete to a program after an injury or illness. Depending on the severity of your injury or illness, we will readjust your program to ensure that you don't have a reoccurrence of the same injury or illness. And we have a shoe monitoring system that automatically tracks the amount of kilometers or miles that you're doing in your shoes and lets you know exactly when to start searching for a new pair of shoes so you can grab a bargain and avoid that injury. Now, who is Marathon Guru for? Well, let me show you who it's not for first. It's not for someone who's just after a free slap it up PDF that's produced by some gym junkie. And if you're a runner that thinks you can get away with doing half the program and get the same results, that's not for you either. And if you're not really fussed about actually completing a marathon or half marathon, it's probably not the program for you. And for those that have a coach, or for someone who thinks that the program that we're putting together isn't hard enough and do more sessions on top of that, then I'm afraid this is not for you. And I'm sorry, you can close the video now. However, this is who Marathon Guru is perfect for. Those people wanting a motivating, highly engaging training program that transforms your body from what it is today to a lean, confident and strong athlete that performs well on race day. Or for those that have a clear race goal, whether it be run under X time or just complete my first marathon or half marathon. Those people that could do with a little extra information to explain clearly the training required, session targets and the structure to deliver your goal. For those that are going to be doing most of their training on their own, and those that have tried other programs and failed to really get the result they wanted, whether it be because they suffered from an injury or illness, or they're just too unfit on race day when it arrived. Then Marathon Guru is perfect and will help you get across the line and experience the euphoria of achieving a significant life moment. Alright, so what does Marathon Guru cost? Well, with everything that's included with Marathon Guru, and with $360 per month, a real value being delivered, considering a personal trainer will charge about $80 a week, Marathon Guru could easily be offered for $100 per month, but it's not going to be offered for $100 per month. Even though it would be an incredible deal at $100 per month for your own personal program, it will not be even anywhere near $100. The official public price is normally $75 per month. But what I wanted to do something special today for those fast action takers that are ready to experience the transformation to a strong long distance runner and blitz your half marathon or marathon. So today you don't have to pay $75 a month to get it. As a matter of fact, you can instantly save $55 and get everything for only $20 per month. Or you can take a huge discount and save an additional $60 by making one payment of $180 for the year. Plus, if you do take up our yearly option, which will allow you to do as many races as you fit in for 1 year, you'll also get the 12-month subscription to either Women's Running or Run for Your Life magazine. You get to choose. Both are valued at $45. So just click on the button below and get started. When you do, you'll reach the order page where you can secure your spot to get your instant access to the entire Marathon Guru training program and your personal program. Here's just a taste of the feedback we constantly receive from some of our Marathon Guru athletes. Graham Tadoldi, after his Melbourne Marathon, sent us an email and it said, "Firstly, a huge thank you for your fantastic marathon training initiative. Having just followed the advanced program to train for the Melbourne Marathon, I am stunned by the result that I'm able to achieve, having not run a marathon for 15 years and being only days away from my 50th birthday. It was incredible to finally achieve the sub 3 hour goal with a massive 27-minute PB. I think you are delivering the ultimate formula, and I look forward to letting everyone I meet know about your terrific program. Thanks for helping me achieve what I almost thought was no longer achievable." Well done, Graham. Or Colm, after his Dublin Marathon, sent an email, said, "Just to say, I found the program and advice brilliant. I set my goal for 4 hours and 30 minutes, stuck to the program, and before the marathon, the estimated time on the program was 4 hours 24. I completed the Dublin Marathon in 4 hours 23:45, knocking 52 minutes off my first marathon last year. Thanks for a really great support system, and I would strongly recommend the program system to my friends for the future." Colm highlighted one of the factors of Marathon Guru, and that's our prediction on time. The fact is that we did a little bit of a study on how well we're going with the prediction. So we took 5 months of data and we analysed how close we were from the prediction to the actual times of athletes. To our surprise even, we were 98% accurate. So what we prescribe and what the results are coming out of the system are pretty accurate. And finally, fantastic, my 11th marathon and the first time I ever managed to break the 4 hour barrier. Many thanks for giving me the confidence to oush it. Saipan. So there's just the type of responses we get from the athletes the day after, a couple of days after they've actually gone and had the big race day. And that's the type of feedback we get constantly. And that's really why Lee and I are really in this business. We love to see athletes achieve lifetime, bucket list, any goal. We'd love to help you, just like we helped these athletes achieve their goals. Of course, there's absolutely no risk with our 100% risk-free, rock-solid money-back guarantee. And if for any reason in the next 30 days you're not absolutely happy, simply shoot me an email and I'll instantly return your money. You don't even have to talk to anyone, just a quick email and it's done. And on top of that, if you pick the monthly membership, you can cancel any time. There's no minimum or maximum period. Just go about using the Marathon Guru program for as long or as short as you like. So on top of what I'm providing today, if that's not enough, here's some cool bonuses to taking action today. Bonus number one will be the biomechanics webinar. I did this webinar a couple of years ago, and we have been selling it for $20, and it shows you how to improve your running style by 12%. In the video series, I'll teach you the 3 simple and key changes to make to your running style so you can make running 12% easier, or you can make it 12% faster, and therefore equating to running 11 minutes quicker over a half marathon or 22 minutes quicker over a marathon. It will allow you to run more fluid and thus reduce your risk of injury. A couple of athletes have emailed me after they used the webinar series and implemented some of the changes to their style, and Jenny wrote, "The information you provided has made a huge difference to my running. My time for the 5K has dropped by 4 minutes in only 2 weeks. Also, my niggling tendons have settled down. And I feel like a runner, not someone heaving my body down the road. Absolutely the best $20 I've ever spent. Thank you." And Laura and Sam also sent an email after watching it and said, "Thank you very much for the webinar the other night. We watched it and implemented the lessons into actions the next morning. We were amazed at the difference it made. We took your advice and are only making small changes. At this stage, we're just focusing on a greater lean, which is tip number 1 in the video series. Thanks again, and I hope for more in the future." From 2 running novices, Laura and Sam. Bonus number 2 is the carbohydrate loading plan. This bonus normally costs $20, but today you can get it for free and is a vital part of running a marathon or half marathon. You'll learn the key foods you need to eat so you can feel strong throughout the entire race, and it will allow you to be adequately fueled so you avoid hitting the runner's wall. But you need to act now, because the bonuses will not be available after today, and you need to slowly introduce your running style changes to be effective come race day. So here's a recap of what you're getting today. You're getting Marathon Guru, which gives you a personal, comprehensive and well-balanced training program so you can arrive fit, confident and healthy on race day and without losing motivation or suffering injury along the way. You can get it for the special and save $55 per month by taking advantage of our membership for only $20 per month, and can even save more with one-off payment of $180, which includes the 12-month subscription to your magazine of your choice. And then if you get it today, you'll also receive the absolutely free access to the biomechanics running video, normally available for $20, that shows you how to run 12% faster or make running 12% easier. And you get the carbohydrate loading video and plan are normally available for $20, but yours free, that shows you what food to eat in your last week before your race so that you run your fastest and avoid hitting the dreaded wall. And of course, and if there's any reason you're not satisfied with the program, you can cancel it in the first month for a full refund. But please, you need to understand this offer is very generous and very limited, and I can only offer it for the next 24 hours. So go ahead and click the link below this video and place your order. We look forward to coaching you.